It was 1977. I was 24 years old. And in Florida, Anita Bryant was running a campaign called Save Our Children. Save Our Children Incorporated was a political coalition formed in 1977 to deal with a county ordinance in Dade County, Florida, that would have forbidden discrimination against gay people. The ordinance was passed, and Anita Bryant and the Save Our Children Incorporated organization immediately mobilized to have it overturned. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, Armistead Maupin had been syndicating his Tales of the City, telling the story of LGBTQ people, telling the story of their joys. One of the characters in that was Michael Toliver, also known as Mouse, the child of a citrus grower from Orlando, Florida, who had moved to San Francisco to be who he truly was. Armistead Maupin had this to say about a letter that he put in the character's mouth.
I followed my instincts as far as my own life was concerned. And I tried to involve everybody. From the very beginning, I realized that's what I had to do. Make this about the world at large and stick with it.
And how much of your own life did you reveal? I mean, the letter, the coming out letter.
The letter was very much my own letter. That's in More Tales. And it's Russell Tovey read it on stage the other night and brought tears to everybody's eyes. That was my letter to my parents. I mean, it was what I was telling them through that letter. Kind of a cowardly way for me to do it, but that's the way I did it. I wrote it in Michael's voice. And it's survived for 50 years now because people still have that to say to their families.
Why do you think it was cowardly?
Because I could have just said, this is me writing to you and this is my story, but I put it into a fictional character.
And here is that letter. Dear Mama, I'm sorry it's taken me so long to write. Every time I try to write to you and Papa, I realize I'm not saying the things that are in my heart. That would be okay if I loved you any less than I do, but you are still my parents, and I am still your child. I have friends who think that I'm foolish to write this letter. I hope they're wrong. I hope their doubts are based on parents who loved and trusted them less than mine do. I hope especially that you'll see this as an act of love on my part, a sign of my continuing need to share my life with you. I wouldn't have written, I guess, if you hadn't told me about your involvement in the Save Our Children campaign. That, more than anything, made it clear that my responsibility was to tell you the truth that your own child is homosexual, and that I never needed saving from anything except the cruel and ignorant piety of people like Anita Bryant. I'm sorry, Mama, not for who I am, but how you must feel at this moment. I know what that feeling is, for I've felt it most of my life. Revulsion, shame, disbelief, rejection through fear of something that I knew, even as a child, was as basic to my nature as the color of my eyes. No, Mama, I wasn't recruited. No seasoned homosexual ever served as my mentor. But you know what? I wish someone had. I wish someone older than me and wiser than the people in Orlando had taken me aside and said, "You're all right, kid. You can grow up to be a doctor or a teacher or like anyone else. You're not crazy or sick or evil. You can succeed and be happy and find peace with friends, all kinds of friends, who don't give a damn about who you go to bed with. Most of all, though, you can love and be loved without hating yourself for it." But no one ever said that to me, Mama. I had to find it on my own, with the help of the city that has become my home. I know this may be hard for you to believe, but San Francisco is full of men and women, both straight and gay, who don't consider sexuality in measuring the worth of another human being. These aren't radicals or weirdos, Mama. They're shop clerks and bankers and little old ladies and people who nod and smile to you when you meet them on the bus. Their attitude is neither patronizing nor pitying, and their message is so simple. Yes, you are a person. Yes, I like you. Yes, it's all right for you to like me too. I know what you must be thinking now. You're asking yourself, what did we do wrong? How did we let this happen? Which one of us made him that way? I can't answer that, Mama. In the long run, I guess I don't really care. All I know is this: if you and Papa are responsible for the way I am, then I thank you with all my heart, for it's the light and joy of my life. I know I can't tell you what it is to be gay, but I can tell you what it's not. It's not hiding behind words, Mama, like family and decency and Christianity. It's not fearing your body or the pleasures that God made for it. It's not judging your neighbor, except when he's crass or unkind. Being gay has taught me tolerance, compassion, and humility. It's shown me the limitless possibilities of being. It has given me people whose passion and kindness and sensitivity have provided a constant source of strength. It has brought me into the family of man, Mama, and I like it here. I like it. There's not much else I can say, except that I'm the same Michael you've always known. You just know me better now. I have never consciously done anything to hurt you. I never will. Please don't feel you have to answer this right away. It's enough for me to know that I no longer have to lie to the people who taught me to value the truth. Mary Ann sends her love. Everything is fine at 28 Barbary Lane. Your loving son, Michael. I feel like a lot of us who are in the LGBTQIA plus community are having to write that letter to the whole wide world over and over again. In these days when people seem determined to misunderstand us and to think that we're somehow apart. And somehow outside of the family of man, the siblinghood of our kind. We're not, we're part of the family. And just having to explain that over and over and over again is a bit wearisome. I hope you understand.